with no well-laid plans offered the entire run. Sometimes you just need more card draw. Okay, Guardian's good. Spooky. So this is tough. This path on the far left is not too bad. Let's mark this one in green. More combats to start. I don't think I consider upgrade neutralize good enough to do this. Maybe it is. Upgrade neutralize, go far left. That's not terrible. Or you could take, let's mark this in red, take 100 gold and try to fight 2 elites. Seems tough. Actually, maybe this is the better path. Ooh, I like that one. A for 3 guaranteed combats for that first elite. The earlier shop maybe lets us take more advantage of what's in the shop. Oh yeah, another thing of note that just recently happened, or that I recently became aware of, is a new record for the defect. A Chinese streamer by the name of Mayfly seemingly has a ongoing 20 streak with the defect, setting a new record there. They've been playing, streaming their stuff on, I think, Bilibili, a Chinese video website. But playing unmodified and successfully streaking to 20. So that's pretty cool. Any thoughts on trying to minimize Act 1 events? I've been finding lately that you do better in your runs when you take as many combats as you can. Yes, I think taking essentially as few events as possible in Act 1 is often good, at least until you have a deck that can kill the boss. Once you're able to beat your boss or however many elites are in your way, then some events at the end can be pretty good. I'm actually surprised it has taken this long for a non-English Slay the Spire streamer to set a record in some way, shape, or form. Seemed like there was a pretty decent splash of Slay the Spire in both the Chinese and Korean gaming communities, so I figured eventually someone would do something really noteworthy over there. Pretty cool to see. Don't think I would ever want a boss swap here. The elites are not optional. Actually, that's not quite true. The elites are optional. That's also been a thought of mine, Chizu, is that what if somebody somewhere has one struck? Is that how you say it? One struck? Win streaked? If somebody out there has set a really impressive, possibly record-breaking streak, but the larger community has never become aware of it for one reason or another. Either they didn't stream it at all, or they're just in a small, localized community. Maybe there's like some YouTube streamer that I've never heard of that win streaks Slay the Spire. And yes, there could be other communities with different rule sets for what they consider a win streak that we just wouldn't consider. For example, being able to save and quit and play differently. Maybe somebody's gotten a more than 20 streak by using save and quit. And we're just like, that's not a real streak. But they're like, yes, it is. And we can both be right. Really not sure what path to take here. Red path is more rewarding overall, but definitely more risky. I want to try the green path. Let's go upgrade neutralize to start. This is something I don't do very often, but I think might actually be half decent today. Let's find out. Together. I refuse to take damage. You can't make me. Good. 19 bucks in a footwork. I'll take a footwork on floor 1 with many upgrades on this path, and the Guardian is a ranked 1 boss. Hell yeah. Give me that. Between footwork and the upgraded neutralize, we can even think about maybe blocking against Gremlinob a little bit, should we encounter them. We could also opt out of this first elite entirely and go... Let's mark it in white here. And go this way. We lose 1 upgrade, but we don't have as likely an outcome, as likely to encounter with the Gremlinob. If you see footwork, do you take it always? I wouldn't say always. It does depend on what the other cards are. It does depend on who your act boss is. Against the Guardian, we want to improve our block engine anyway, so we're both taking a card that's good general purpose late game, and we're taking a card that's going to be good in the short term. However, if we were fighting the Hexaghost, I would be more pressured to take damage cards immediately, and so that would have been a tougher choice. Ah, what? Come on. Scammed. Am I a TCG player of any kind? Not these days. I played Magic the Gathering a little bit a long time ago now. Perhaps to no one's surprise, my favorite way to play that game was drafting. So it wasn't all about constructing a deck and then using that same deck over and over again. I'd rather create a deck on the fly, using the weird and the bad cards of the game, and play some wonky matches with it. I think Dash is very good here early on. Pairs with our footwork, increases the amount of block it gains. Leg sweep is quite spectacular. However, 2 things occur to me. 1, we already have upgraded weaken, so there's less need, not no need, but less need for a leg sweep. And 2, Dash adds damage, which the leg sweep don't. It's also an attack card, which makes it a lot better against 1 Gremlin Knob. Would love to watch me play some Vintage Cube. I did have the opportunity to play Vintage Cube back when I was doing the Magic thing, thanks to some wonderful friends. All right, I'll click up to 4 times here. 1 click, success. We get a smiling mask, making removes a bit easier through the rest of this run. Not spectacular, but perfectly fine. And definitely not bad for 5 health. That'll save us some cash, for sure. Hell yeah. Explosive potion. We're being offered bouncing flask. Poison. Who needs poison when you have footwork? Bouncing Flask is not bad. I do think it's decent here. If we were fighting Hexaghost, this would be mandatory. I'm eyeing Dagger Throw, though. I like the draw 1, discard 1. I like the 9 upfront damage quite a bit. That's a pretty good way to deal with, again, Gremlin Knob. It interacts with the Flex Potion, whereas the Bouncing Flask does not. I think that's what I want, is Dagger Throw here. Flask, the slower, more expensive, albeit more powerful card. But when front load is the name of the game, it's not that helpful. We might need to consider a little bit more. A little bit more damage scaling for the Guardian fight, but it's not immediately pressing. Only way to full block is footwork, defend, defend. I can't kill and full block, so let's do that. Great fight. Leg sweep is back. More poison is here. What about a basic old flying knee, though? I do think we just need more damage cards if we want to take on this elite. As far as upgrades go, I like upgrading the dash. 3 more block, 3 more damage. Yeah, I think take flying knee. Continue to add short term here. Poison for Lagavulin. True, actually. I think with an upgraded dash, we'll be pretty good. We have some better than normal attacks. We have 2 damage potions. I'm not that worried about Lagavulin. It could cost a bit, but I think we'll be fine. It's not that dangerous a fight thanks to footwork. Okay, footwork, strike, strike, get rid of Ascender's Bane is a perfectly fine wake-up turn. Why not upgrade the footwork first? Because upgrading footwork does not make us do more damage. Is the very simple answer there. We want to do more damage. Ah, the flex potion turn. I found it. Alrighty then. Not actually bad. We're going to have to trade damage in this fight anyway, so having it forced upon me, I'm not going to complain there. The extra energy doesn't help here, unfortunately. Okay, 13 block, 11 damage, so we just take 2 to save the potion here. Is it 2, though? Yes, it is 2. Okay. Don't understand what the elite has to do with Scotch. The story I've heard is that during Slay the Spire's conception, all of the enemies had placeholder names that were named after alcohols. Over the course of the game's development, they replaced all of these placeholder names with the names that you now know and love for the enemies, except for one, this one, Lagavulin, who still has a placeholder name, because I guess they liked it. Molotov, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. It's Blade Dancing time. Yeah, I like the Blade Dance route more than the Poison route today. Silent Shuriken Phantasmal Killer Skewer Run. I would take the Ectoplasm Banished King with the Shuriken especially. You're going to want lots of Blade Dances with that, right? I think it's Lagavulin I think might be how you pronounce the alcohol correctly anyway. Something like that. Did not get a very good relic. Can I fight sentries or nub? I think so. Preemptive rest is not the worst idea. But adding more damage is a good idea. Let's upgrade Blade Dance. Zavora TV, thanks for the Prime sub and 2 months of support. Aha! Shuriken upgrade, Smort. Or Blade Dance upgrade, Smort, rather, because now we have a Shuriken. That's a bingo. That's even good with the dash. I like that. This is going to be a pretty dang good run, as long as we can get out of Act 1. And I think we're in good shape here. This is not Grum the Knob. Life is looking pretty alright. Let's use this. Cool. And I view Shuriken as a better accuracy. I don't know if I would call it better. Yeah, I'm not sure I would agree with better. Slower. Slower. Mordesukai, thanks for the 5 months in the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, excellent. We get Duvu Doll. That's 1 point of strength per curse we have, because we always have a Sender's Bane. We always have at least 1 strength from that. More strength. Slice is nice. I'm thinking now that we're through all the elites of Act 1, though, it's time to grab a Piercing Whale for Act 2. Really like this card. Go Your Ramen. Thanks for the Prime sub. And the 2 months. Send Noodles. Steve with a B. Oh, yeah, I meant to detoggle that. Whoops. Thank you. That was from yesterday's stream. Made a mental note to do it, and then I didn't do it. Good catch. Is Duvudal the only relic that is stronger on higher Ascension? I think Medical Kit is also better on higher Ascension. There's probably a couple others, too. Pantograph. This is an easy example, too. Yeah, Pantograph. Technically, Black Star is better on Ascension 1 than on Ascension 0. True. Same with every other elite interacting relic. All of them. Strength sure is nice. So this goes 7, and then these are 6, 6, 6. So yeah, we get them both, actually. No need to play footwork or anything. Good job, Shuriken. Great fight. Just farmed those nerds. I've had first Piercing Whale, yes, but what about second Piercing Whale? Curse? No, I don't want to regret Curse. Heal 22 looks good. We might be able to get away with a 5 max health, but if I heal 22, we can definitely just upgrade footwork and upgrade something else. With the block potion, we can pretty reasonably just take the 5 heal, actually. Because I never died at turn 2 with the block potion. And I have a hard time imagining we're going to take even that much damage. If we don't transform, then probably we block for quite a bit. I think we're fine. Let's take 5 max health. Upgrade this. And get a fight. That's good. I wanted a fight. You, fight me. Oh. Curses. 25, huh? That's still decent. We'll see if we get a potion here. We do get a dexterity potion, okay. And actually a decent Envenom for damage scaling. We have Specimen even. That's actually oddly good. Both the dodge roll and the leg sweep are also pretty good. But only one of these sets us up for the end game in terms of damage. Better yet, we can immediately upgrade the Envenom to be an Envenom Plus, which is normally the part of the problem with Envenom is that it costs 2. But if we get it upgraded right away, it's much easier to play. I'm going to do that. I like that. I think some damage scaling for the mid to late game is required. This is a way to get past the Champ, the Bronze Automaton, that kind of stuff. And it can remove Artifact quite easily as well. Just got to make sure we get through the Guardian fights. And with Blade Dance turn 1, I suspect we are totally fine in that regard. Looks like we're great. Yeah, we could even transform right now, which probably I should do. The odds that I get 2 attacks are actually not that high for next turn. Isn't Shuriken enough scaling? For the Guardian, it is, but what I've learned from playing a fair bit of Silent is that for Acts 2 and 3, it's not going to cut it on its own, and we're going to need some more help. Unless we get truly a lot of shivs. Okay, this is not great, actually. Failed to do damage here. Because all my attacks are still in the draw pile. I have 4 strength, though, so yeah, we're fine. Get blapped. Knew those would come in useful. I can even play a strike. Beautiful. We actually managed to perfect the fight. Not a single damage taken. Glad we took the 5 max health. Would have felt like a bit of a chump. Summoning Storm of Steel? How about summoning After Image? That seems like a pretty good card. Die is also genuinely not bad, as we currently lack any way to deal area damage. But I think I'd take preference to the After Image here. Did you know that I play games other than Slay the Spire? It's true. Catch me over on Baalorlord Plays for card games, RPGs, strategy games, and more. Rhythm Prism, thanks for 27 months. The board game Envenom is surprisingly strong since poison doesn't decrement. That's kind of cool. And Mazestam, thanks for the 14 months. We gamin'. Yeah, Blade Dance Specimen with Envenom is our AoE, I guess. Or something. Uh-oh. Chat member, why did you summon these with your question earlier? Ecto and Choker. Or Pandora's Box. Tech with a Shuriken really wants more energy. Actually, I guess with Smiling Mask, I don't hate the Ecto. Huh. We can afford 6 card removes, technically. Maybe I just take the Ecto and be okay with it. I think adding additional energy to this deck is very powerful. I think transforming our strikes into defends could really backfire. With the footwork, defends are pretty decent, and the strikes work with a Shuriken. There's definitely a lot of silent cards that don't do anything here. Like Grand Finale, for example. Is there ever a reason to pick Choker? I think it's better on some of the other characters, but Velvet Choker absolutely can form the basis of a winning run. Energy is very valuable, and 6 cards is quite a few. Consider that even if you play every card in your hand, that's only 5 cards, unless you drew some, so for decks that don't have any card draw, there cannot possibly be a downside to the Velvet Choker. And we're mostly one of those. Cards that make other cards are where the problem comes in, and Silent has quite a few of those. Let's take this Ectoplasm. I'm not going to trust my my fate to this stinky Pandora's box when I know that with more energy, we're going to really thrive here. Interesting. Razor with the Prime sub and the 14 months. Since I can't get more gold, here's a sub instead. Why, thank you. I'm liking something that looks sort of like this. Snag a couple cheap removes here. Getting rid of our strikes would be a good idea. We could also turn them into bites, potentially, which would be similarly cool. Do I think I'll play more of that Sandwalker game that I played yesterday? I think it's relatively likely that we'll take another look at it when it gets a full release. Since it's an early access, I don't expect that I'll play a lot more of it in the current game state. I'll wait until it's finished, and then just like Legend of Keepers, made by the same developers, we'll check out more of it then. But yeah, I think like many early access games, it does need some work, definitely. Smix, thanks for the Prime sub and the 13 months. Some of my initial impressions on Sandwalkers, the combat is very much similar to Legend of Keepers, in that going first is very important, the damage is very high, and units die very quickly. In Legend of Keepers, this wasn't as big of a downside, because you could just get your monsters back. They'd be wounded, but they'd come back after they die. But in Sandwalkers, death is permanent, and so having the combat be so lethal is a little bit absurd. Gnome saying, thanks for 54 months of support. Oh, I like that, the Griggy. Having a hard cap on the deck size as part of a boss relic requirement. It's cool. Imagine if death was permanent in real life. Imagine. Any other paths that look decent here? We could opt for this elite. Seems spooky. How about that? And Sebifurum wants a dad joke for the crowd. Can Baylor come up with a dad joke based on one of his current relics? Sure he can. I like the current path. Poisoned nerd. Nerd bird. And already seeing the value of having that 4th energy, we can play the Envenom and still activate Shuriken. That's pretty dang important. Excuse you, no one said you were allowed to do that. No. My face, though. This is not enough damage. We do 22 plus 6 is not enough to kill. Might be my block potion then. Even with everything, this is, yeah, a fair bit short. Oh, block pot. Well, I should have played the strike then. Good. We've had 1st and 2nd piercing whale. Do we want a 3rd? 3 might be too many. Although they are pretty good in Act 2. If I keep drawing Piercing Whales when I need to draw attack cards, we're going to have a problem. So I think I'm going to skip Piercing Whale number 3 for now. Slice and Sucker Punch would be acceptable if they were upgraded, but they're not. So I say we skip. Reserved Insect. That might be worth spending some money on. The deck's pretty good at front-loaded damage, and if we reduce elite health by 25%, that could make it pretty easy to kill a bunch of them. Starting here in Act 2. Yeah, I really like Preserved Insect card remove. Fumes are not necessary. I guess we remove a strike, I would assume. Yeah, we do. Frozen Eye is here. That's also true. I think I like Insect over Frozen Eye, but that is a pretty good Frozen Eye. And yeah, then this would be our last remove. I'm cool with that. We could arguably wait on the second remove. We could also buy Gamble. Gamble's pretty good. I can do Gamble in one remove. Is Preserved Insect basically always good? Basically always. If you have massive damage already, it is redundant sometimes. So sometimes on Watcher runs in particular, I can see it being worthless because I'm already able to kill Shield and Spear by turn 2. So if you can already kill everything, then it is a waste of money, but you need a lot of damage for that to be the case. I don't have to go to that shop, right? No, I do if I fight the Elite. Getting below 50 could rule some events out. Just wondering how good Gamble really is. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll pay for a Gamble. And we'll take one remove, but I'm not going to take it now because I would take Bites if offered in any of these events. We'll take it here. Unless Thieves take it from me. We'll see. Give me another Blade Dance, please. Or another Footwork, or another Calculated Gamble. There's no Blade Dance here. Backflip is good too, though. Heck. I think I want the second Footwork, but I'm not sure. Actually, no. We should take card draw. Yeah, we should take card draw. I'll take the backflip. Is Envenom a thing here? Not really. I'll do it anyway. Why backflip over acro? Because, of course, the backflip scales with our footwork here, so it's also blocking for a lot in addition to drawing cards. Troll Hat, thanks for 23 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we do take a bit. Just a wee bit. We've had first backflip, but what about second backflip? There's also acrobatics and a reflex. Reflex could be powerful. Just want to add more backflips this time. Didn't know about that defect streak? That's brand new as of today. I think the 20th run was yesterday or something. So I just found out about it. And now so have all of you. -1 card on turn 1 for +1 strength and a relic. I could even remove the Writhe later on. I kind of like that with the Dubu Doll. Get a Strawberry and a point of strength. And I think I want to upgrade Gamble, or maybe After Image is a pretty good upgrade too. Clad is the only one not at 20. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like he has some of the most consistent, highest power level. But Clad also has this interesting propensity to just low roll really badly and break a streak with endless common attacks being in your card rewards. It's oddly infuriating. Me. I need better hands than that. Oh, this one looks pretty good. Why, thank you, Snecko. Sure glad I took the extra energy for this turn. Beautiful. Snecko's not even doing their big attack, which is really appreciated. Just doing the debuff attack over and over and over and over again, which is very helpful. Thank you for doing that. Sneaky Me, thanks for the Prime sub and the 5 months of support. Here's some area damage, which we're still lacking. Would really like some area damage. Have I taken damage this act? Yes. The Spheric Guardian hit me. And I think Snake Plant will probably do so as well, although I do have Piercing Wail. So maybe not. So I only had 1 Piercing Wail. Yeah. Ouch. My face. Here we go. A little bit more damage to do. Surely we're good, right? Let's see. This does 7 plus 1 poison. So you go to 12 with 5 poison, 3 block. This does 7 more. You go to 5 with 5 poison. So yes, that should be a perfect block. If I mathed correctly. Or perfect kill, rather. No. 1 extra, even. Good. Okay, not too bad. It's a pretty weak potion. Second after image, even better than the first, if you ask me. Definitely need more Shiv cards now. Onward. Bronze Scales. Deal damage back when attacked. Very good for the heart fight, so I'll take that. Pretty good against Book of Stabbing, too. Excellent. I should get more Shiv cards. Thank you for the advice. Uh-oh. I should get more block cards. Sweet. Does my relic mod tell me how much money we've lost to Ecto? Yeah, currently 110. Take that poison, fool. Mega Preparation. Hey, that Writhe is not bad at all now, because we have 2 additional cards on turn 1. I think Deflect is also looking maybe kind of sort of decent, with all the after images and footworks and stuff. Take 1 deflect. Finisher is kind of interesting, but with no retain, I don't really like it. What about just another backflip? Now we're here to remove a strike. Will be our last remove here. Vampires are not showing up today. Although, I think I'm going to go fight that Burning Elite, by the way. That just seems way better to fight, because we're very strong at this time. But yeah, I'm going to remove a strike. Damn it. True enough. I change the path, I change the outcome. Do I actually take bites? I think the answer is yes, I do. Alright, well, rip that remove. Bites are good, though. They do more damage than strikes, and they heal us. Dang it. But my face, though. If you considered that my face... Also, these might be tough fight. These 3. Concerning. Dr. Mr. Punny, thanks for the 2 months of support. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't realized that Legends of Runeterra had started focusing on their PvE again. Kind of thought they had abandoned it. Might have to take a note to take a look at that at some point. Right now, though, the short-term focus is going to be pretty much entirely on Elden Ring. As the DLC hits later today. Though I don't plan on playing it later today. Be a tomorrow thing. Healed quite a bit off these 3, actually. That was a great fight. Already showing off why the bites could be a really good thing. Definitely taking Cloak and Dagger here. It's a block card. Scales with our footwork. It's a Shiv card. Scales with our Shuriken and our double after image. That's a really good card with a free upgrade. Think you're more excited about starting a new Elden Ring character than actually getting to and accessing the DLC content? Same. Yeah, actually. Same. Beat a 10 heart with all curses at once? That would be possible. That would definitely be possible. Anything more satisfying than drawing Piercing Wail turn 1 here? What about double Piercing Wail turn 1? That said, I think I'm using the Flex Potion so that we can just kill the back guy. That guy's a jerk. $16, $11. No weakening me. Snecko Skull. Oh my good lord, it happened. Whenever we apply poison, apply 1 more poison. That means Envenom is going to apply 2 poison per attack. This is one of my favorite ways to scale an attack deck on Silent. Cool. We don't need these Caltrops at all. The Collector is going to have a bad time. We have Snecko Skull. Oh, yeah, and, yes, and as chat points out, this is also 1 additional poison every time the specimen transfers poison, which matters not at all, but is hilarious to mention, mainly. What do I upgrade here? All-out attack is a decent upgrade. Deflect is a decent upgrade. I like Deflect, actually. Shore up the block for the endgame. Now we just want our flechettes back. True. Kind of a bad turn 1 draw. 6 poison, go. We need to get to the powers and the blade dance and stuff. Next turn could be iffy. Collector will attack us next turn, guaranteed. So will the torch heads. Okay, 13. So we need to bite and all-out attack to kill the front one here. And that's pretty good. We don't take very much. Poison gets transferred to Collector. Oh, yeah, that's fine. 20 poison on Collector already. Calipers would be good here. Oh, Calculated Gamble is good here. Cool. Thank you for not murdering me. Given that we have the specimen, I think I should focus on killing the torch heads a second time, rather than trying to rush down the boss here. Next turn looks a bit tough. Bit afraid of how much damage this will be. Yeah, that is a whole lot of damage coming our way. Thankfully, we can block for a fair amount here. But that is more damage than I have health by quite a large margin. Spooky. Very spooky. You perish. Don't think I can kill the second one. But with Weaken, it's only 52 damage, which we are already able to survive, so that's pretty good. Okay, take 18. That's not so bad. Even got a resummon. Cool. Now we go for the kill. GG. Durus Futuror, thanks for 40 months. The quadruple baker's dozen. That's as many as 4 10s, and that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Malaise looks pretty cool here, but what about third after image? Does triple after image beat Time Eater? Yeah, I think it does. So does double after image with Malaise. Double after image Malaise is pretty dang good. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I like this Malaise. Let's take this. Way to sap strength off enemies. And I actually don't hate Ring of the Serpent, of all things. But even more energy is pretty useful, too. I think Slaver's Collar is pretty good. I would take Slaver's Collar over the Runic Dome here. But you could take Ring of the Serpent. And be reasonably happy with that 6 base draw. That makes it way less likely that you brick a hand of cards. Longer fights go on, the better it is. We're pretty good at blocking. But we just want to add more draw cards. Problem is, with no money, I can't further refine the deck very well. I think I'll take Ring of the Serpent, then. Let's draw 1 additional card per turn. Without well-laid plans, I think this is the most reasonable way to avoid disaster at some point during this run. What a stinky act layout, hello? Terrible. Just awful, really. Guess we can take a lot of combats. Get 2 elites, 2 rest sites at most. There's no 3 rest site, 2 elite path. There's no 3 rest... Yeah, there's no 3 rest site, 2 elite path. Boo. Boo, I say. What made me pick Ecto over Pandora's? A deep distrust of Pandora's. In that position. Drop return is so good. So good. I'm pretty happy with what we chose there from the boss. With Collar, I might have been tempted to take Quick Slash. Lose all gold, obtain a relic. Says the Tomb of Lord Red Mask. 9 gold. That's a nice discount. Take from others as I have taken from you. Extremely small amounts. If you say so, strange altar thing. Will do my best. What's our spiker solution? Specimen? I had to kill the exploder first, though. Dash does help, though, actually. That's true. It's working. It's no longer working. Also, we can use our thorns. Amazing. Get spiked, nerd. Crippling Cloud. Shouldn't need it. I don't think so. Mostly looking for card draw type stuff. Just to set you back. Not intangible. Well-laid plans, where are you? Please. Now would be a good time. Very clean maw fight. I like that. Backflip or gamble yet again. Actually, wait. We need more blade dances. Actually, blade dance. Yeah, blade dance is just amazing. Take the blade dance. Do it. A free curse. Ignore the shrine. Stinky shrine. Who needs shrines? Not me. Not me. Okay, no, I gotta use that. Unacceptable. Now I have no potions. I better play this. Cool. Definitely appreciating the preserved insect here. Do I watch other Spire streamers when I'm not streaming? Sometimes. Definitely sometimes. These are not the cards I was looking for. Yeah, I enjoy other Spire streamers quite a bit. Blood Vial, you're late. Merchant, you're early. Get out of here. No one wanted you here anyway. Of course we get offered Nunchaku versus Sapphire Key. That's humiliating. Yeah, I've been spotted in other streams quite a bit. I am known to be there, and that's when I'm not lurking. That'll do. Was there a particular streamer that got me into Slay the Spire? Yes. Their name was Dark Twinge. One of my oldest subs on Twitch. There's a shout out to Dark Twinge. In fact, Dark Twinge is currently live playing some Slice and Dice. So if you like Slice and Dice, why don't you go check out Dark Twinge? One of the greats. Super chill dude. Great at strategy games. I think currently holds the world record for Slice and Dice unfair win streaking, which is pretty cool. And he posts in our Discord. He's a really awesome fellow all around. But yeah, it was Dark Twinge's stream where I first saw Slay the Spire. And through Dark Twinge, I have found many different games that I've come to play. My chat is in his chat. Being polite? Good. Be polite to that kind man. Or else. Unfair Slice and Dice record is at 50. Oh, I might have been misinformed then. The specimen spread from right to left. I think it's random. Yeah, random enemy. So you can't predict who it's going to spread to. Don't need Eviscerate here. What I need is to kill the transient. Immediately. Let's just gamble. Give me more powers. Those aren't powers. Let's go in Ozma Glacius. Ah. Oh well, what is healing for, if not taking damage and then healing it? Looking good. Looking very good. Spectacular. The amount of damage we dealt in 6 turns is a good sign for our odds against the heart coming up later. Guess I'll take a Cloak and Dagger. We do want more cards like that, I suppose. How many eyes does Gremlinob have? There's only one. Between the L and the N. You're dead to Thorns anyway. Let's just Piercing Wail here. Got him. Walked right into that one. Sure is nice to have one more draw every turn. Why do I usually get rid of cards like Malaise instead of saving them for later? I usually do this in fights where I don't want to redraw the card in question. Either because the fight is so short that it's not necessary, or because the card is not useful in that one fight. For example, you'll often see me play the card Piercing Wail early on in the Giant Head fight. It's not because I want to use the Piercing Wail card on that turn, but rather because I don't want to draw Piercing Wail again, because it's not very helpful against Giant Head's single attack. So, for situations like that... Oh, Cultist Potion for the endgame. Backflip Plus for the endgame. Here we go. Cultist Potion is huge for the hard fight. Is there a non-elite enemy that deserves a promotion? Many would say Snake Plant, but I would not agree with Snake Plant. Shelled Parasite plus Fungi Beast is pretty tough. In fact, the old version of that fight, I think, would be a good elite fight, which is to say, Shelled Parasite plus Blue Slaver. That's an elite fight. Heal to full. Now I'll fight a boss for a rare relic. That sounds great. Was that a good upgrade all, actually? No. I have bites. It was not. Good talk. Maybe it's tough bandages. Old coin? Yeah, it could be. Of course it would be old coin. Oh. Is the boss that you fight in this event random? Yes. You can fight the same one that you fought in Act 1, but it's just a 1 in 3. Calipers are good here. Okay, calipers are huge, allowing us to lose some of our block rather than all of our block. Do I actually want Doppelganger? I'm thinking about it. Calipers make Doppelganger a bit more appealing. I'm going to try it here. Gambler's Brew. Gambler's Brew is pretty good. I'm tired of pretending it's not. Let's do this too. So here, I'm playing Piercing Wail, not because we need it, but rather I don't want to draw Piercing Wail again. I see that dang Doppelganger has already missed its opportunity to be decent. Dang it, Doppelganger. That's fine. Needed to get those in play. Play it now for 2 block. Let's do dash. Very decisive and a very good giant head fight here. We defeat him, get the Gremlin Horn, giving us an energy and a card draw when an enemy dies. Good against Awakened One. One more Blade Dance, which I will take. I think we finally have the full offensive thing that we need. I get 2 more upgrades in this deck. We could upgrade both After Images. We could upgrade our Shiv cards. I also like upgrading the Malaise and or the Doppelganger to give us effectively more energy out of our X-Cost cards when we play them. Really like the Malaise upgrade going into Awakened One in particular. Is the After Image upgrade needed for Hearts? I wouldn't say needed, although it would be helpful. Don't think I would say needed. One more card next turn. Take a little bit here. Any damage we take, we can heal back with the bites. Once we've eliminated the cultist scum. Okay, maybe not any damage. Getting spicy. But they're dying now. So all is well. Look at that poison go. Beautiful. Sweet. Malaise time. Yes. -4. Is it worth it to try to keep a cultist alive for specimen? There's some funny shenanigans you can do with that, but I don't think it's worth it to try. No, I think that's too silly. Not likely to actually work very well. Good time to get Affirmage. It's fine. Death would be good here. Pretty decisive win against our first boss. That's good. We get most of our health back here. Can we beat the Timbo, though? Timbo Jimbo, they call him. Well, that might not be what they call him. I think Malaise helps a lot in this fight. Okay, give me strength. Drawdown is going to hurt, but thankfully we have a base 5 draw, or a base 6 draw rather than a base 5, so we get debuffed less, basically. This turn could hurt, though. Thankfully it's a multi-hit. So I'm just going to Malaise. That's better. That is substantially better. Bite, Doppel. Just play 5 cards next turn. Bring time meter well below half here. We might be able to keep some block. So rather than playing Slimed, I'll play Deflect there. Calipers. Any damage we deal this turn is going to get reset, so we just want to block. Did you set that command to be dependent on whether we actually have calipers failing? If so, very well done. Come on, calipers, you can do it. Keep up the good work. GG. Tim defeated. Two thump, two thump, two thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of these bites? You prepare your teeth, chomping the heart for 1978 damage. Groovy. Have I been here before? All right, is it Doppelganger or a different card that we upgrade? Upgrading one of the Shiv cards, not so bad. Upgrading one of the After Images is decent. I really like that extra energy, though. I'll take it. I'll take it. I have no money. All right, well, I can't do anything here. Aside from healing for 75% of your missing health, is there a minimum amount healed? It does round up. So notably, we heal for 1. And look at that. That doppelganger upgrade, instantly worth it. Those who doubted it, look at now. Look at now. The power, or etc. Very important here. We could Gambler's Brew, but why bother when I can just set up a sick doppel? Could Blade Dance. I don't think I want to. Will I be streaming the Elden Ring DLC later? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. It comes out at 6 p.m. That'll be really close to the end of stream. I don't want to try to start a new Elden Ring adventure when I'm hungry. So tomorrow, we're going to do one Spire run and then Elden Ring for the rest of stream. I'm actually not sure if I'll be here on Saturday. We've got some social stuff coming up. But if I am, we will be streaming more on Saturday as well. Okay, draw 9 cards. Perfect. Simply perfect. Venom, Deflect, Gamble. Backflips. Those are not backflips, but those are pretty good. So I can do After Image, Whale. Totally shut you down. I should kill you first. Shivs. You're going to be dangerous next turn, huh? already, huh? Oh, it's not really dangerous, though. Well, never mind. I have too much strength. 2 health out of him. Panagraph. Okay, we're back to full health, so that does heal for 3 more or whatever. And I think just to skip over taking Dagger Spray. Were the bites more appealing this run because of Ectoplasm? Yeah, partially that, but also Shuriken and the Duvu Doll made them more attractive as well. I really like bites with Shuriken, as they are attack cards that also heal you. Storm of Steel is bad. For the heart fight, I think it is bad, unfortunately. Don't want it. Okay, that's a pretty good turn 1. We get Envenom Footwork down. And I can play Blade Dance, too. Take a bunch of damage. There is definitely some concern that we die next turn, though, is the main problem. How do I not do that? It's gonna be tough. Could even merit gambling now to try to get better defense stuff. Could gamble 6 cards. That seems kind of powerful. Yeah, that's pretty good. Feel good about that. Malazing for 2 is actually enough. Although more is a bit better. So if 2 is enough, do I play the Cloaking Dagger? I think so. That'll help me a lot. Go Envenom. Give. Malaise. Double. Not dying to this is critical. No afterimage means I don't play the Blade Dance yet. We can go dash, bite, neutralize. That's pretty good. Yeah, we still lose most of our health here. Thankfully, we're immune to this. So I can just go afterimage, bite, bite. That's quite good. We actually increase our health by 1 on this turn. Then the debuffs are gone, which means we have a chance to survive for a bit longer yet. Card is still weakened for a bit, too. Don't play Piercing Wail here. Next turn could be spooky. Okay, 35's not so bad. Wouldn't say we're thriving, though, you know? Gonna need a Piercing Wail next turn, or we might have a bad time. 5. 5-15. There's Piercing Wail. Okay. Thankfully, we are not dead. That was kind of close. I only have Neutralize for Weaken now, which is spooky. Don't forget the calibers. They're kind of important. Or are they? Neutralize is great here. Lots of block cards next turn is also good here. Might be a chance yet. Certainly we're not hurting for damage, hey? Look at that. We capped damage here, pretty much. Only a little bit left. Gonna be honest, it could go either way here. Looking good. We got Piercing Wail on the multi-hit turn. Beat of Death is now 3. Be careful. Can I retain any block is the question. Yes? Probably just want to draw these next turn. Wouldn't say we win yet. We still have to survive next turn, which is not that easy to do. It's going to be 49 damage incoming. Beat of Death is 3. So again, blocking is not that easy here. Oh, we can also just kill, huh? Well, that's much easier. Yeah, that's much easier. Get wrecked. Chompalicious. GG. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And don't forget to check out Baalorlord Plays for variety content. Click the blue Baalor icon to subscribe.